I think it makes a lot of sense. You know, a growing number of Arizonans
She's hot.
and people like me
Sinema.
just
She's the
don't
fucking
feel
worst,
like we
dude.
fit
I hate her
neatly
so
into
much.
one
Not make her
party's
hotter?
box or the
No.
other. And so, like many across the state and the nation, I've decided to leave that partisan process and really just focus on the work that I think matters to Arizona and to our country, which is solving problems and getting things done.
So
What a great thing to carry.
It's such a
voting
strange
record is
thing to
pretty
hear as a non-American when
capital D
people talk about
Democratic. I
partisan
mean,
things.
your
It's just like both your
views are
parties are right wing. Like, I don't
generally
know. I don't know
moderate,
who you're
centrist
fighting
Democrat. How does
Yeah.
leaving the party?
So in a way, she's the most honest politician of all. One that recognizes that both parties are right wing, so she's smack dab in the middle of it. You know.
Oh gosh.
I think she's doing this to like be a spoiler because like she just loves attention and she has a humiliation kink separately than all these other fucking dumbass politicians. But I do suspect that she's doing this so she can run independent, where you don't actually need to like run in a primary. You just need like a larger number of independent votes to clear. A large number of independent signatures to clear the lack of primary in that situation, so she could fucking, you know, put her dick all over that fucking potential Senate run eventually. I despise her. I think she's fucking awful. She used to be an old like, dude, I'm so hungry and so tired. She used to be an old like fucking America KKK type like Green Party person too.
Oh,
She
that's
was like,
sad.
yeah, she was like a dumpster diving anarchist. Who used to wear tutus and stuff, and then she became this fucking demon.
I wonder what you get like when you become part of the party. Like
how you do your job.
what
Well, I
allured
don't
her
think
to
anything will
be
change
to
about how I
change.
do my job.
Dude, that's a boy video she would do with you.
Arizonans
Dumpster
sent me
diving
to
with
the United
Hasan in
States
LA.
Senate to be an independent voice for our state, and I'll continue doing that. What I think is important about this decision and this move is that I'll be able to show up to work every day as an independent and not be, you know, stuck into one party's demands of following without thinking. And as we've seen in recent years, both parties have created this kind of requirement or a pull towards the edges that you just unthinkingly support
Her hair's really
all
nice.
of one party's viewpoints.
We have nothing
Yeah.
to say
I
about
don't
the
know.
politics.
Nice
We're just like,
haircut.
I don't know what she's saying, but I'm just going to make comments about her
as you know,
appearance.
Jake, we've been able to do a lot of bipartisan work over the last couple of years, and I'm
This guy looks like he's about to fall
incredibly
asleep.
proud of that. And I think it's
We're not
important for
praising
folks
her.
across my
We
state
just
I
have
am.
nothing to
and
say.
frankly
I am.
across the country.
Talk about Australian
Jesus,
politics.
might not
yeah,
be.
there's someone.
Talk about
there's
Australian
someone that's kind
politics,
of like
is what
me.
people are saying.
We don't have
Doesn't
it.
fit
No,
neatly
I'm not
into
gonna
one
say
box or the other, but is
Yeah, I
standing
don't
up
like
for their
this woman.
values, for what they believe in.
Just 'cause Hasan
And is
doesn't
doing
like
it
it.
Oh, yeah.
without
Yeah,
that's
trying
my
to
politics
get
on this
one
woman.
over on the other party or beat the other guy.
So let's talk about practically what this means, because you're the chair of at least 2 subcommittees. You're a member of a number of important committees, including Veterans Affairs. Does this mean that
we'll
you're no
save her.
longer going to be
Fuck her.
in those positions because
Did
you're
you
no
like
longer a
going on cold
Democrat and the
ones?
Democrats
Yeah,
control
it
the
was great.
Senate?
Just got drunk.
Well, I intended
I
to
haven't
maintain
actually
my
watched that
position on
interview.
my-
That's the fucked bit. I find it so embarrassing
Yeah,
to look at
yeah.
myself drunk. Just didn't watch it. They were like, "Oh, would you like to look over it? You know, in case anything embarrassing." I'm like, "No, I do not want to look at that."
So he's talking about we did a cold ones interview, which is like a talk show. We just get drunk. And we got so drunk before the interview even started.
Before it started, fucking Chad was vomiting everywhere. It was.
Yeah, I think we had 11 beers before they started asking us questions. So I don't remember anything from the whole thing. It was fucked. Yep. Should we watch more of her? I feel like we need Hasan to comment on this at all.
Yeah. I got
'Cause
nothing to say
if we
about
press
Sinema.
play, it's just going to be us being like,
Oh, nice hair.
"That's good hair." Do you have they have brushed her face a little bit though? Like
Oh, you mean foundation? and things?
post? No, post.
Really?
Maybe I think so. It looks a bit like a face filter.
Yeah, the bottom looks out of focus. Like all the focus is on her forehead.
Opinions on Foster. I've never had Foster's beer.
No, it doesn't exist.
It's not a
Don't know what
beer
it
that
is.
exists in Australia. It's VB, 2 E's.
I mean, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them.
Cooper's is nice. That's like the nice Australian.
Can't do
one.
that.
Why?
I don't know. I think everyone was on boycotting them. Maybe they said some.
Did they?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, Cooper's is nice.
I don't know.
Cooper's beer.
What?
Cooper's.
Your food's about to be here too. I'm just.
I was gonna say that's not a sandwich.
That's my food. Fuck.
have they found all the shells?
Oh, cute. From your video.
They're talking about my video?
Yeah.
Yeah. So apparently, did you see it? You watched my video. At the end of it, I hid shells.
Yeah.
And I released the video at 2 a.m. Australian time. At 3 a.m., all the shells were gone.
Really?
And I hid some of them like on a cliff face. So there were kids
middle of the night.
scaling a cliff at night. There was another one like in a locked up car park at the airport. So they would have had to jump the fence and then go climb in a sewer to get the shell. And people got it at 3
Do you ever
a.m.
think about like...
did a thing getting children to do crimes, dude.
I should get them to do more
Get them to do
crimes.
something
Like,
useful though, not just pick up shells, but maybe like... Actually, I'm probably not allowed to say that on here. Get them to do something useful, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
like assassinate politicians. Is that what you want me to tell my audience to do,
Tell them
Alexa?
to kill someone.
Tell them.
I think I did a thing fans should kill someone.
No, don't.
You
I
can't
mean, like,
say
I'm not-
that, bro.
I'm
on
not-
Twitch,
I'm
what
not.
the fuck?
It's not my fans.
He
They
did
won't
a-
listen
he-
to me.
He did a question mark on the end of that, and he's
yeah.
not saying that that's a good thing to
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Stop.
Yes, yeah. No,
Stop,
it was a bad
you
thing.
said
I
that.
was
Stop it.
yeah. I was like, what?
Fuck, you know.
Bro, I just got on ban.
Yeah,
what the
yeah.
fuck are you doing?
Sorry.
Jesus Christ. You know how many fucking psychos are in my chat at all times, like waiting for a moment to be like, dude, this is why.
Yeah.
Hasan, you were pro-crime. Why are you mad? Not that kind of crime. Shut up.
You're pro-crime.
I am pro-crime. That is true. I like some crimes are fucking chill. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that people make a bigger deal out of it than they shouldn't, and they shouldn't make a big deal out of it. Talk about how ScoMo appointed himself elf minister while he was prime minister.
It was
you
every
hear about
minister.
this?
No, I did not hear
So
about
as-
this.
As ScoMo, Scott Morrison, was getting kicked out,
Yeah.
he appointed himself basically head of everything.
It was every minister.
Head
That's
of
a boss move.
It
Okay.
was hilarious. And the thing is, he didn't tell anyone. So people were just like, wait a moment.
I'm-
He's Minister of Tourism, Minister of Health and Education. There was just like, there was so many
He's the
random
best guy for
ones.
the job.
Yeah,
True.
he was.
Seems
He
like-
was sent by God. He's like a big evangelical.
Oh, he's a
Yeah.
dude. I love that. I love when like I feel like evangelicals are like an American thing
Yeah.
for the most
Yeah.
part. So like when I see other countries have evangelical politicians, I'm like, why are you trying to be us? What's happening?
Hillsong is hilarious.
Yeah, Hillsong is crazy.
We used to work at Hillsong. Yeah, back when we were carnies.
We
used
did
to set
two
up-
jobs.
We set up trading.
Dog,
We
jumping
set up
castles.
jumping castles in Hillsong.
That's
was actually-
fucking crazy.
it was the best place to work.
You work for Hillsong.
So it's like
That,
we worked
for those of you who don't know, it's a very controversial evangelical church in Australia. Justin Bieber is a part of it in America, or was a part of it. I don't know if he still is. Like all those like sexy youth pastors that you see, like a lot of them are
real
Hillsong. They're like a rebranded version. However, they're also pro conversion therapy. So like they're still, and also the main guy I think was like doing pedophilia.
Oh, Brian Houston. Yeah.
Which part and parcel for the church, obviously, but like.
But it's weird when like a hot church does it, you know?
Yeah.
It's usually like the weird looking Catholics.
Yeah, he's not. They're was that guy hot?
He might have been back in the
Was
day.
the-
But
was
his whole flock is hot though. Like everyone who's
Yeah,
part of
yeah.
Hillsong.
Everyone, they all wear like fucking like Christian Dior, that sort of thing, like YSL.
But it was honestly the best place to work ever. We have this ride called the Stunt Jumper, which is just like a giant
we
staircase.
should shout out our carny business.
Oh, yeah, shout out Planet-
Entertainment.
best,
Come on.
best job I ever had.
I'm gonna keep it high. I think.
Do you know what a carny is? Do you call
Yeah.
them carnies here as well?
Well, I know what a carny is in the sense of like someone that works for like festivals. And
Yeah,
stuff.
we
like
set up
set up
jumping
set up
castles.
set up
and-
shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was
But
the,
usually it's like a carnival barker, like or a carnival.
we can bark. We can do it all.
Yeah.
But we'd set up this ride, which is called the Stunt Jumper. It's like this massive staircase that's like, I don't know, what how tall is it? Fucking,
So it was the top one was 12 meters. So what is that in feet? It's like 36 feet.
and you walk up to the top and you jump off onto a big mat. And it was like super annoying doing it anywhere other than Hillsong because people would get up to the top and then they'd chicken out and you'd have to like organize the crowd to get them past. But at Hillsong, if they walk up the top and they start getting a bit, nervous, you just say like, have faith. And they just do it. Like every single time.
So you did that. You told people to have faith.
And
Whatever
and they'd
use
be like,
their
yeah,
faith
you
to
know
make
what?
them
Yeah.
jump.
And it was the easiest crowd control. Like you just tell them that word and they just jump.
I just loved it because they would always give you free shit if you just said like anything nice about God, and then we're like, "Can I have a coffee?" The pastors were like, "Oh yeah, whatever you want, whatever, take it." We're like, "Yep."
I love saying nice things about God.
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, I do it for free. Okay.
Yep.
my committees and keep doing the work that I've been doing for Arizona.
She has done no work for Arizona. Okay. I gave you the background on Kristen Sinema. She officially has come out as independent now. Like she's like, this is my brother. He has to leave the door open when he's using tools. It's like his favorite fucking thing. No, close the main door too. It's his favorite fucking thing to do is like use power tools right next to my studio, and he will leave the garage door open. He will leave the main front door open, and he will just use power tools like right in my fucking earshot. Most of the time, you guys can't hear it. It's just annoys me. But right now, we don't have the fucking noise gates up. So, oh yeah, the food's gonna be here soon.
Sam Ditch.
Yeah. Oh, dude, you guys are gonna go on a fucking journey right now, dude. Holy fuck. Aussie boys in the building. Felix Biederman in the building. Yeah, we'll delete the Felix Biederman part of that. Oops.
Fuck
See you
yeah.
later,
We
Felix.
outrank you, Felix.
Yeah.
Chapo, what house? That's what I say.
What is happening? Okay.
And done.
That was weird. That was just like breaking for no reason. Okay. Okay, we fixed it. Okay. Turn off the captions.
So I don't think that things will change in terms of how I operate or the work that I do in the United States Senate.
So
she
ever
is the
since,
representative
Raphael
for
Senator
Arizona.
Warnock was reelected
Senator.
earlier this week.
Right.
Okay.
So one of the most gigantic fucking L's of all time was given to the Democratic Party because Kirsten Sinema is like not a very well liked senator. She did beat out someone who was surprisingly even less liked than her, Martha McSally in Arizona, and then the Democratic administration, for no reason, like unbeknownst to anybody, decided to basically fucking give her an incredible opportunity to be like a green senator who, and by green, I mean not Green Party. Green is in like new, like a first term senator to write like major legislation. So she and her name was basically associated with the bipartisan Build Back Better, not Build Back Better, but like the bipartisan infrastructure package. And that's never done. Like freshmen don't get that opportunity ever. And they did that. And then she fucking returned the favor by tanking every other aspect of the Biden agenda and like basically running the gamut on every fucking issue. She said, I'm going to spoil everything. I don't give a fuck. And the Biden administration never even like once threatened to remove her from committee positions or anything like that. And now that there is, a one person majority instead of the 50-50 split with the Kamala Harris tie winning vote, she's decided she is going to, do another career move and go independent. I fucking despise her. She's so stinky. I don't know how else to describe it. Like her favorite, and Chuck Schumer in the Senate. Start using violence, dude. What the fuck are you doing? Use a real whip. I don't give a fuck. Fix your fucking party.
I don't mean to be cynical, but it kind of just sounds like they don't want to fix it. Like this sounds like a convenient person.
Well, surely that's the only reason she actually got in that
No,
position.
but like
'cause they knew.
remove her from any sort of structural power so she can't even talk to lobbyists about this shit. That's my anger in this situation. Like there are still, even within the infrastructure of the Democratic Party, there are ways to punish people. There are ways to punish bad people. You can use the IRS. You can use like bureaucracy. You can remove people from positions of power so that lobbyists don't want to talk to them anymore because they can't write any legislation. You don't offer them a golden ticket to become one of the most prominent figureheads in the fucking Democratic Party like they did with Kirsten Sinema, only to get ass fucked over and over again by the fattest of fucking dildos. Okay? It's just bad politics. The Democratic Party loves losing. They love losing so much that they can't even get their own agenda across. It's so obviously the controlled opposition party, and Kirsten Sinema's treatment within the Democratic infrastructure is proof of this, okay? I hate it. They should have literally immediately been like, oh, you're not going to vote for the bipartisan bill, or you're not going to vote for the infrastructure bill, you're not going to vote for a $15 minimum wage increase. You're fucking done, okay? You will never see a committee ever again. We will disgrace you. We will throw the IRS at you. We will literally jail you for taking money from lobbyists. We will jail you for not showing up to Congress. We just hold her up. There are a million different avenues. Use an 18th century law that says bisexual women are not allowed to wear pants, okay? And then jail her for it. I don't give a fuck what you do. There are plenty of things you could have done. The Republican Party did it for Madison Cawthorn immediately. The moment that Madison Cawthorn was like, yeah, they're doing some gay shit, dog, the Republican Party was like, doesn't even matter if it's real or fake. We are going to destroy you from within. But they can't do that. You know what I mean? Misogyny arc? No, that's not misogyny. I'm making a... You fucking idiot. That's like patriarchal rules. Utilize it against her if there is one. You know what I mean? I don't care what they do. Anyway. You're not understanding the point I'm making. Anyway.
By erasure.
I hate it.
The balance of power right now is 51 Democrats.
And just talking to like
51
fucking
votes
annoying ass Jake
for the
Tapper
Democratic
too.
Party. That includes 2 independents, Angus King of Maine and Bernie Sanders of Vermont. But that's 51-49.
So
What you're doing today doesn't change that. It's still basically going to be 51-49.
Well, I know you have to ask that question, Jake.
Yeah.
But
Don't leave
that's
us
kind
alone
of
with
an
her,
easy
Hasan.
thing to worry about.
Nothing
Scares
to
the
say
crap
about
out of
this
me.
woman.
Focused on is just making sure that I'm doing
You
the
say
best
now
you
about
with
her.
my
say you hate
values and
her.
the
I
values
hate
of
her.
Arizona.
I don't
she's
like
such
So
this
when
a
I
woman.
come to work each day, it'll
Eel.
be the
She's a
same.
slimy
I'm gonna
eel,
still come to
everyone.
work
She's a
and hopefully
goose.
serve on the same
No,
committees I've been
bloody
serving
goose.
on and continue to work
bloody
fucking idiot.
well with
Bloody
my
goose.
colleagues of both political parties.
Geese are nice.
I'm not really spending much time
This
worrying
woman's
about
not in the
what
way
the
I'm trying to
mechanics
say.
look
She's not a
like
goose,
for
she's an
Washington,
eel.
D.C.
Actually, I
And
like
to be
eels as
honest,
well, so I
Jake,
don't know why I call her an
I don't think
eel.
anyone in
Yeah.
Arizona is caring about that either.
She's a demon. That's
So I don't think things will change much for me.
Oh my God, people are
and I don't think
riding
things will
like
change
fucking
much for
crazy.
Arizonans.
Yeah.
It's also an unusual time
Geese
because
are nice,
the
like I
Democrats
said.
in
Geese are
Washington
beautiful.
feel
Thick,
really
though?
good right now.
Is she?
They
Geese
actually
are thick.
picked up
True.
a Senate
I feel
seat
like-
and picked up.
Sorry, food's here. That was great. I felt like a dog then. I was about to say something. I heard the rustle of the paper bag and my brain just went, food.
I'm taking all the tags off.
Yeah, sweet.
I think.
Is it? No.
Okay. We got, first of all, Mendocino Farms. Oh, this is chicken McNuggets for Murat. I got chicken tenders. We got one sandwich. Here you go.
Sure.
A Sammy
Are they both the
Sosa.
same?
Put it in your belly.
We got another Sammy Sosa right here. Again,
Oh,
these are the
thank you.
prosciutto. These are the prosciutto chicken sandwiches from Mendocino Farms. No, I didn't get Peruvian steak. That's Murat's favorite, though. Okay. Eat delicious food.
Picked up some governor seats. It's the first time the party that controls the White House actually gained Senate and governor seats since 1934. The wave that was supposed to come, the red wave, didn't actually happen. Kevin McCarthy, or the Republicans, maybe Kevin McCarthy will be the speaker, but either way, the Republicans will control the House, but not with the margins they were expecting. This is going to disappoint a lot of Democrats, and they're also going to feel like they don't understand. Why would you do this at a time when the Democratic Party is having a good week?
Well, I think folks at home in Arizona have known me for a very long time, and they know who I am.
How
I've
do I actually
always been
speak?
someone
Yeah.
who
It sounds
is
like a
focused on getting
preschool
results,
teacher
getting
that's, like,
things done.
reprimanding a
And I've
child.
never fit
She's so
neatly
condescending
into
and so
any
fucking
party.
annoying, too.
I've never really tried. I don't want to.
Yeah, the
And I-
people in Arizona know her and fucking hate her, dude. There's people in my tribe that are like, that literally, when she was running against a Republican, like, campaigned for her and fucking despise her. Because she was a gigantic open crook. You know? Just awful.
I think that's reflective of how most Arizonans live. You know, Arizonans who aren't affiliated with either party are often the largest group of voters in Arizona. And even those who are affiliated with parties often find that they don't fit 100% into that box.
Even they don't like her though.
The reality is that when we get up in
This
the morning,
man
we
doesn't
don't
like her.
really think about partisanship. Most people don't wake up and think, okay, well, I've got to get this Democratic breakfast on the table. I got to get in my Republican car and go to work. That's not how real life is.
Oh my God.
I know it is in this town, but in the rest of the country, people are just living their lives. And so they're not thinking about who's winning and who's losing. But that's what the parties are thinking about.
Oh, I don't
is
like the way
how do
she
we get
speaks.
one over on this guy? How do we
The thing is, at least she's good
ensure
at
that we're
structuring
punishing
sentences.
them? How do we continue to win? And
Jake
I mean-
Tapper should literally turn around and be like, what are you talking about? Your approval rating is 18%. If Jake Tapper was worth the multiple $1 million fucking contract, was worth a fraction of the multiple $1 million contract that he gets from CNN, he would say, your approval rating is 18%. Not just like, why are you leaving the Democratic Party at a time when the Democrats are popping off? Just straight up say that. Be like, who are these invisible people? Are they the lobbyists that you met with instead of the fucking activist groups who are begging you to fucking vote a certain way? Is it the Biden administration whose agenda that was like relatively reasonable that you undermined almost single-handedly? Who are you representing? There is no moderate middle ground in America.
The minimum wage stuff is super confusing though, because I don't really even understand who she's like simping to. Because I think like Amazon was offering, $15 minimum wage at some of their places. Just like who wants her to not do that?
I mean, there's plenty of businesses who would not want to federally enforce minimum wage, brother. Trust me.
what I'm really focused on, and I think the proof is in the pudding of the work I've done in the Senate, I'm really focused on getting
Bro, including Amazon. Amazon doesn't want a $15 minimum wage.
There was a place where that was one of their
Amazon
advertisements.
does not want a $15 minimum wage, so they can keep using that as an advertising tool.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah.
To be like, look at how much better we're paying than fucking McDonald's. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's plenty of places. Almost every company does not want a federally mandated minimum wage.
getting results, like actually solving problems. And so, removing myself from the partisan structure, not only is it true to who I am and how I operate, I also think it'll provide a place of belonging for many folks across the state and the country who
No,
also
no, it
are
won't.
tired
Yeah,
of
Yeah, that is
partisanship.
so odd.
Well,
She
there's
should
gonna be a lot
remove
of
herself
noise.
from something that I cannot say because I will get banned. Okay? That's what she should fucking remove herself from. But first, remove yourself from office, okay? Do the dignified thing.
People are saying, say it.
Yeah, people are so stupid. I'm not
about
going to
this
say
from
it.
the Democrats, from progressives, from the left. You know this, that because of your position working with Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia to push back on some of the efforts, the legislative efforts, and change them and moderate them, you've already been a target of the
This is a
left.
great
People have been
segment.
very
Really
critical
nice.
of you.
This is really
They're going to
nice.
call you every name in the book after this
The name
comes
of the
out. They're
place
going to call
sounds
you a
like,
traitor. They're going to call you an
An
ingrate.
evil corporation from
What are you
some
going to
sci-fi
say?
movie.
I
Mendocino
think I'll do what I
Farms.
always do, Jake, which is keep doing the work that I know is important for my state. I just not worried about folks who may not like this approach. What I am worried about is continuing to do what's right for my state. And there are folks who certainly don't like my approach. We hear about it a lot.
Ask what work she did. Jake Tapper. This is why I called him a fucking cunt, okay? Jake Tapper, I mean.
It's a good thing.
It's like, and he yelled at me. Remember, I was trying to tell you that story. He was like, I can't believe you. You need to apologize to every woman working at CNN right now. I was like, no, Jake, you're the head cunt. Like, you are the cunt I'm referencing. He did. He said, I need to apologize to every woman working at CNN.
He needs to apologize to every Australian for misinterpreting the C word.
Yeah.
Anyway, but straight up, no, there's no clip. It was a tweet. She loves the attention. She's probably going to get a lobbying gig eventually to become the lobbyist. Ruin her future, please. Democratic Party. I know we don't talk much, okay? Some of your staffers are in here. You watch me, okay? and you probably get shot down immediately if you ever suggest something. Please, just do this one good thing, okay? Just ruin her future prospects. Make it so that it's illegal for her to step foot inside of Congress. Just her, okay? Please, that's all I want. All I want is for her to suffer. I don't want her to go back and get a cushy lobbying gig. Make it so that it's illegal for, like, bisexual women who dress the way she does in her age group, like specifically just like carve it out just for her. I don't know. You don't have to say the Kirsten Sinema bill, or just fuck it. Say, yeah, specifically women with the name Kirsten with the last name Sinema. Okay? Just like anything you can to ensure that like she can't even do a lobbying job because nobody wants to be around her. Okay? That's it. Just like anything, please. Please, if there's one thing you can do, she fucked you over so hard. Please, just do something. Wait, what is this? Plane traffic? Okay, dude. I don't know what that tweet is. It's from 2019. Absolutely disgusting. The misogyny is appalling. The great and professional Brie Larson, CNN, and all the women of CNN are owed an apology. This is a video of me literally being like...
Just calling them a cunt.
Yeah, I was just saying like these cunts over at mainstream media.
No, they're not.
No, where the fuck was it though? I want to see what my quote tweet was. I remember quote tweeting him and being like, "You're the head cunt." Anyway. Ay, dude, that's just gonna be so fire.
Couscous.
But the proof is in the pudding. You know, in the last few years in the Senate,
She said that phrase
as
so
you and I
many
just
times.
mentioned, I've been honored to lead historic efforts from infrastructure to gun violence prevention to protecting religious liberty and helping LGBT families feel secure, to the CHIPS and Science bill, to the work we've done on veterans issues. The list is really long. And so I think that the results speak for themselves.
Has she done anything?
They gave her every... What happens when you say, oh, bi erasure is happening, and then the one bisexual that you have, the most prominent bisexual is this fucking piece of shit. This is when you're like, no bi erasure, actually. LGBT, B stands for bald. I don't know what you're talking about. Crazy.
Wow.
Wow.
No!
DC, huh?
I know. Major Washington news while we're here in Washington. So let's talk about this with CNN's congressional correspondent, Lauren Fox, and CNN's host of The Assignment with Audie Cornish. Audie Cornish, wow.
Wow.
What's your reaction?
This is really the identity that she has had this entire
They like
time
her
she
or
has
they
been
don't
in the
like her?
U.S. Senate. She has
like
really
Would they
acted
like her?
independently.
Are they being sarcastic?
Bro, they're all fucking girl bosses too. That's why. They're so
Oh, that
fucking
wow was
annoying.
like a good wow.
Yes,
Wow, she
they're
really
so
did it.
fucking annoying. I hate all of them. This type of shit makes me fucking just say... I want to say so many awful things. I just can't say it because it'll come across like I'm fucking anti-women. Oh my God, I'm thinking it though. Holy fuck!
I thought that was saying wow. She said absolutely
White
nothing.
feminist, girl boss, slay queen shit is literally the most cancerous, idiotic bullshit on the planet. Oh my God. Oh, I love her. She's a strong woman. She's really fucking shit up.
I don't know how it works in America, but in Australia, women get minimum wage too. It's like it's a neutral issue.
It is.
What, you think women get paid? Women get paid less than minimum wage?
Yeah. Is that how it works?
I love that.
Time after time, whether it was how Democrats dealt with Build Back Better and tax increases, whether it was how she wanted to deal with the filibuster, she wanted to preserve it. All of those issues really always made her an independent. I think the key question, of course, is where is she going to spend her time? Is she still going to caucus with Democrats?
Does anyone here
Jake
care
asked
about
that
anything?
question, and it is such
So
a key one.
confusing. I'm like, what are they?
No, that's the problem. Corporate media is so scummy, dude. No, she's
So
like,
bizarre.
oh, she was so great. She was just kind of there when things were happening, and she was the spoiler.
But usually on this on these kinds of like panel shows, you have someone who's like devil's advocate. Everyone here is just like, wow.
No, everyone is a fucking.
Wow.
No, Kirsten Sinema's like political perspective is ironically the most like media demon. Oh, I don't support all women. Some of you bitches are dumb as fuck. Like, it's that. It was like turfs and swerves
Oh yeah.
talking about shitting on trans women, but like on a feminist way. I think that's what it was. Oh no, it was the context that Amy Coney Barrett is a feminist.
I don't even know who that
The
is.
Supreme Court Justice, the female Supreme Court
no.
Justice, Amy Coney Barrett. Yeah. A bunch of feminists were saying that she was a feminist because she was she was a woman in a position of power. It's like, I want to kiss myself so much when I hear dumb motherfuckers who like are otherwise well-intentioned say the dumbest shit you can physically imagine. Oh, she's such a girl boss when she like made sure not to fucking raise the minimum wage, which, by the way, disproportionately and overwhelmingly, the people that receive minimum wage jobs are fucking black women, okay? So there's that, too. So you are fucking over women in that regard. Ugh. Not once in this long soliloquy. Oh, here.
Decisions.
Let's
about
watch
what's best
her dumb fucking video about how her dumb ass is now independent.
for ourselves, our family, and our community. And so we don't spend a lot of time thinking about, is this a Republican
give me
idea
that
or is this a
couscous, bro.
Democratic
Let me
idea?
fucking
Is
face
this
that shit a little
liberal
bit.
or is this conservative?
Hungry.
That's
100%
not how
couscous.
Arizonans think.
No, I don't
What we
think
think
she's so
about is
bad. I feel like
what's
the more
right for
fucked
my
Arizona
family?
gets, the
What's
closer we
right
get
for my
to
community?
New Vegas.
What's
And
right
I
for
love
my
that game.
future?
Ooh.
There's nothing
Like
better.
this could be great.
Yeah, that could be cool. Not for the people in Arizona, but
Whether
for
you're
us.
waking
For
up
adventurers.
Bisbee,
Yeah. For
Gonna be
scavengers
sick.
like
Phoenix,
us. We're going to scavenge,
Prescott.
finally.
you wake
Well,
up
I
in
didn't
the
say you could
morning
have
and you
some.
think
What
to
you
yourself,
I was going to grab that.
I live in a
Yeah,
place
you're
where I
right.
can be
I'm joking. You
whoever
can
I
have some,
want.
Hasan.
Yeah,
What I
sure, bro.
love about serving is that I get to hear from Arizonans day in and day out about what's working in Washington, or more frequently, what's not working. And I really am
The little chuckle she does as if she just like came up with this joke.
Or more frequently, what's not working in Washington? I want.
Number 4.
So you would always make fun of me for laughing in our video voiceovers. You'd be like, "Oh, it sounds so shit."
Yeah,
and about, is
yeah.
that what it sounds like?
Yeah, yeah.
When you're doing a
You
scripted
can't
line and you
laugh
chuckle.
at yourself like that.
I already had some. It's delicious.
So good. It's so good.
So
Fuck.
Is that us?
I just like, bro. I want. I can't say what I want to happen to her. I can't. I'm trying. I'm literally holding it down right now. You don't understand. I'm so close to saying some shit. Oh my god.
the fuck
about what's working in Washington, or more frequently, what's not
Black
working.
attack helicopters.
I thought maybe they could.
And I really
yeah.
am grateful
Yep.
that folks have trusted me to take
No,
back
they can't pinpoint
those
Hasan's
concerns that they
location
have.
because
I
the
promised them I
helicopter.
would be an independent voice for our state. I promised that I would always do what is right for the people of Arizona. And that's what I've done. Registering as an independent.
She
and showing
does
up
seem
to
like a
work
parody.
She
with
does,
the
yeah.
title
was very
of
funny.
independent
She seems like a clickhole.
is a reflection of who I've always been. And it's a reflection of who
Yes.
Arizona is. It's a reflection of the folks
Who
that
are
I
these
talk
people
to at the
she's talking
grocery
to?
She
store,
says
here from at the
nothing
park.
the entire time.
It's who we are as a people.
Wait,
the
is she saying
folks
is a
that I talk
Are we getting spotted?
No, also don't make a joke about that.
Yeah.
But no. They're probably looking for someone around here.
He's right here.
to at the
I'm
grocery
innocent.
store, hear from at the park. It's who we are as a people. We don't line up to do what we're told. We do what's right for our state and for our country. I'm going to be the same person I've always been. That's who I am. I'm going to show up to work. I'm going to do my best for Arizona. I'm going to continue to deliver results for everyday people. Nothing's going to change for me. And I don't think anything's going to change for Arizona. And I think
one of her
Arizonans
marketing,
across the state are going to say, yeah,
strategies, the fact that she
That's
is
the Kirsten we
bisexual,
elected.
was it kind of a.
I mean, she talked
big
about
part
it a
of it,
bunch.
or-
Like, she was like, "Oh yeah, I'm bisexual. Like, it's crazy."
It's crazy.
She's already been said to be keeping her committee assignments. Senator Sinema informed me her decision to change her affiliation to independent. She asked me to keep her committee assignments, and I agreed. Kirsten is independent, and that's how she's always been. I believe she's a good and effective senator.
I mean, it sounds like they want someone like her. Like
Completely unrelated to the situation, but like, so this is unrelated. I don't want to talk about this anymore. What I'm going to talk about instead is,
Yes, I like this.
so
I
in
remember
July
this.
8th, 2022, the former Prime Minister of Japan, Shinzo Abe, was doing a public. He was doing like a public speech. He was delivering a public speech. I think he was like campaigning. And again, like I said, it's like totally unrelated. He was a big fan of war crimes, totally unrelated to anything else that's going on. But like, you know, some stuff happened. It was not a good day for him. I want the Democratic Party to be torched to the fucking ground when I see stuff like this. Okay. Back to being related to the Democratic Party, completely related to what I'm talking about. Why are they fucking up their own shit? Like, it is just the one thing. It's the one thing. It's the one thing you can do in this situation is be like, we're taking your committee assignments, okay? Holy fuck. Okay, at the top of the hour, there's a 6-second ad break. If you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe, which you can do for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime by connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. You can get one free Prime subscription a month. You can also get gifted a sub. How is it any different than Bernie? Great question. Bernie Sanders has never been rewarded with a fucking signature piece of legislation. Bernie Sanders is not welcomed in so many different positions. Also, more importantly than anything else, I like Bernie Sanders because of the things that he believes, the things that he represents, and the things that he fights for. I don't like Kirsten Sinema's representation because she does not represent the interests of Arizonans or the working class in general. She is pretty much the exact opposite. There is a fucking difference between good things and bad things, unless you were the biggest fucking moron I've ever met in my entire life. Anyway. Everybody calm down. We live in LA, baby. Noise gate is off. This is what happens when the noise gate is off, okay? This is the type of shit that's happening all the time around me. Try living in a big city, okay? Crime is legal now.
The helicopters are fucking scary though. We
Yeah,
don't
we
hear
don't-
that
no.
noise in Sydney ever. Of a chopper flying low.
I'm
Why
hearing
don't-
stories about like during COVID where people are like, oh, there are police helicopters everywhere surveilling everyone.
Yeah.
Like,
No, they
kind of
weren't.
just sounds like America. Pretty like impressive to hear that kind of like firepower, just like budgets and things, just having,
Yeah, that much.
just feeling like you're in a war zone. It's impressive.
Impressive. Yeah, you sounded like you like that. What?
Well, I mean, I
Why
just
do you
don't
like
know.
that?
It's just like a fun new extreme experience.
Like a roller
Like
coaster.
yeah, like cliff jumping.
Police roller coaster. I like that.
Yeah.
Also, Bernie's always run as an independent. He doesn't trick his constituents. Also, like I said, I just don't like Kirsten Sinema. That's it. She's awful.
That's who we sent to DC, and she's doing exactly what we asked her to do. And there's nothing that Arizonans deserve more than a senator who gets stuff done.
Oh my fucking Lord. Didn't Bernie once say he'd even join the Dems if they were welcoming? Yeah, the problem with Bernie Sanders is that the Democratic Party is not close enough to Bernie Sanders. The problem with Kirsten Sinema is that Kirsten Sinema is like, oh, I want to be more like the fucking Republican Party. Fuck!
really skirted around it. And the reason it matters is because it matters in terms of the balance of power in the U.S. Senate. If she is going to continue to serve on her committees and Democrats are still really technically going to have that 51 vote advantage, that really matters for subpoena power. It matters for how the committees are made up. If that changes, obviously a 50-50 Senate is a different dynamic, the one we've been living with for the last 2 years. So that's really important and really key. But wow, just wow.
Do you remember when Mitch McConnell called her the most effective first-term senator I've seen in my time in the Senate? Right? And the question is, yes, as Jake said, she's voted with Biden. I think it's 93% of the time. And he asked her, like, is that going to change? And she essentially said, nothing's going to change, but we don't know what this will mean for her vote.
Well, I would say she's being honest, and nothing is going to change in the fact that she was able to use her status as someone who is inclined to bring Republicans on board, to elevate herself in any given discussion, right? And
such good padding.
Joe
I knew how to
Manchin of
talk
West
like this.
Virginia, they're able to have a transactional relationship with their own party and extract concessions that benefit them and the constituencies in their state. It's not an accident that she said Arizona voters probably half a dozen times. And we learned that Arizona voters, there were a fair amount of ticket splitters during this midterm election. So whether she's running or not in the future, it's fair to say she is definitely trying to maintain the power that she has gained by making this move.
And that power was changed with what we saw happen in Georgia. So I wonder what you make of the timing of this decision, because that is something the White House is going to be looking at, that this comes just after they're off a major victory.
What's the point of having 4 people here?
Getting that
It's
full
so
term.
bizarre.
So
Just
what do you
taking
think
turns
of
saying
the
the same thing.
What do you mean?
The
That's
timing
diversity,
really gave her
dude.
the room to do this in a way where she felt
They
as
could
though
save so much on
Democrats were gonna be
wages, though.
secure.
I don't
They're so
understand.
anti-minimum
You have 3 white women and 1 black lady, and they're all saying the exact same thing.
Wow.
But very different haircuts.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, no,
If
they're
you
not very
notice-
different. Let's see what the other
Well,
one.
okay, there's 2 blonde and 1. No, there's a blonde, a brunette, and a dirty blonde, which is very different.
Blonde, yeah.
Very, very different. So clearly, what's going on here is a uniqueness, a diversity of opinion that you would never be able to fathom in Australia.
No,
That's true.
I'm confused just
Their
looking at it.
majority, that she felt like she could take this step that was really more true to who she was as an independent. Really, that's how she's operated. But
It's a very charitable reading, by the way.
But I think that one of the reasons that she's also doing this is she's staring down a tough re-election. Like, let's not forget about the fact that that's just around the corner, and you have to be thinking, my state is changing, my state's dynamics have changed. She probably
Yes, she's going to lose so fucking hard, okay? We've moved past that. Everybody knows that already. She's gonna lose. She wants to still end up bombing the fucking campaign and holding it out. Holding votes hostage, avoiding the Democratic primary, and still trying to be a spoiler. The irony, of course, is that she has 17% approval. So what the fuck is she gonna spoil? Nobody likes her. No one likes her.
Is that you feeling bad for her?
No. It's just confusing because, like,
I feel bad for us that she can just, like, breathe the free man's air. That's what I feel. Okay. And literally all of the local coverage is positive towards her. Yeah, I hate everyone. I